So, I suppose we ought to start talking about what we've been doing with the businesses for the last, now for about 18 months. So for the last 18 months, we've had a real look at what is going to be driving our business as we go into the future. And part of that is, with the nature of hospitality as it is at the moment, the costs are the most important thing. One of those biggest costs in a hospitality group is buying beer. When you look at costs, you want to look at how you can reduce those by different supply chains, maybe moving to a different supplier, maybe you asking a supplier that you've got at the moment to reduce their prices to you. And one of the ways you can do that is by becoming your own supplier. It's a process called vertical integration. It's pretty common in most businesses. That's not always that easy to do in hospitality, trying to become your own supplier of beer. And in order to do that, you need to buy a brewery. And it's something we've been trying to do at World Famous Dive Bars for about 6 or 7 years now. We've walked down the road with 2 or 3 different breweries in there to try and get a deal across the line, and we've finally managed to do it. And we're now the proud owners of Good Chemistry Brewing, which is a small, well-established craft brewery in the heart of Bristol, where we're based. So when Good Chemistry came up for sale, it made perfect sense for us to go and purchase it, pull it into our family, into our existing ecosystem, in order to supply ourselves our own beer. Now, it won't be every drop of beer that we sell in the pubs, but we can take a proportion of what we do sell, move that money into Good Chemistry Brewing, and essentially sell to ourselves. Here today, I'm going to show you around the brewery. I'll take you around the space, show you what we can do, give you some idea of what we're going to do with the place. When you first come into this unit, you come straight into the tap room. So the tap room's over here. As you can see around us, it's a space, holds probably about 100 people at a push. We've got some nice tables and chairs, nice bar, and a tap room is really important. A tap room allows you to sell direct to consumer. So if you've got customers coming to you, you can serve them beer. All these overheads are paid for anyway, so it makes the GP on that beer and the actual cost of it a lot better to you, so you can make a bit of extra margin, which is really important because there's not a lot of margins in hospitality. You can do your other products, merch, whatever. You can do events here. You know, you could have a wedding here, you could have, you know, a party of some sort, of celebration, a corporate event. You know, we do brewery tours, so we're part of that. As I say, this is the event space at the moment, although I'm going to show you where we're going to put the event space, because I think there's a better place to put it. As you can see, you've got conditioning tanks, the mash tun. There's 2 really good brewers here. They really know what they're doing, so I'm not going to be getting involved in this too much. Scale's one of the things that you'll need in a business like this to be able to sustain it, because the margins aren't great. Now, beer is one of the most heavily taxed items that's produced in the country. You know, beer duty, VAT at 20% on top, both ends of the deal. There's a lot of barriers to getting into this business. Breweries need space. Without this, without the ability to store the beer that you produce, there's no way you'll be able to satisfy the amount of customers that you need to sustain your business. So you might see in this trade at the moment, there's lots of brewers going out of business, lots of craft brewers consolidating. And this is part of it. This is a big part of it, because commercial space is expensive. It's expensive to rent, it's expensive to buy. Come on through. I'm going to talk about this space. So we've got a bit more magic stuff here. There's a hot liquor tank over there, keg washer, cask washer, all essential bits of kit. Big old cold store, because beer's a product that once you've kegged it, it's going to be going off. It's going to be going off at different rates. Cask goes off a lot quicker than keg. One's a live product, one isn't, etc., etc. So the colder you can keep it, the longer life you're going to have on it. Bit more ancillary space, lovely little van over the back. I just want to talk about this area. So that goes out into a really nice cul-de-sac. At the weekends and at night time, there's no cars on there. This end of the business, this end of the unit, we're going to convert and make it into our new tap room. If you can see over here, there's like a sort of a plyboard, OSB board cellar that's been put together underneath this mezzanine. We're going to remove all of that, put some nice lighting in there, some good seating under there. This van won't be here, obviously, so you can imagine this is all a big seating area all the way around here. Nice roller shutter door out there. Imagine it's the middle of summer and not like rain falling from the sky like it is today. Sun is shining, beer is flowing. You sat down here all the way through there, come back towards where I've just walked from. I'm going to turn around And you're gonna have to imagine a nice big long mobile bar in between this cold store and that wall over there to put the pub inside the brewery, the tap room inside the brewery. It's a much bigger space than the other end of the premises. Build another mezzanine over here, sit people up there. I know our events department are very keen to get in here and put on some late night stuff, get some music in here, DJs up on the mezzanine. We'll make it into somewhere that people actually want to travel to buy the wonderful beer that they brew here, because it's great. Back in the old tap room, and before I let you go, I just want to talk about what it means to take over a business. I mean, taking over a business is a tricky thing, because there'll be customers here that have loyalty to the old iteration of it. You know, the way that it ran before. They might have loyalty to the people that worked here, or the style of beer potentially that you brewed, and they might be worried about it changing. But we bought a company with 10 years of history. If we'd have just wanted to start a brewery to just brew our own beer, then there wouldn't have been any point in buying a company with a brewery with 10 years of history. We're about innovation. When you buy a business like this, you have to be about continuity. If you're not about continuity, if you're not servicing the customers that you've already got and keeping them happy, you're starting from the 200-meter line when everybody else is starting from the 100-meter line. It's really important that you service that customer base and build on it and bring them along to be part of your journey going forward, to celebrate the past but not be stuck in it, to bring those people with you into your future. As we change what we do, I think you'll see how we are respectful of what's come before. Anyway, stay tuned and we'll all see you soon. Bye.